Before we get started, I told you I'd focus on Main Street and lower middle, and it's really funny, if you talk to 10 people in our industry, you'll get 10 different answers of what Main Street and lower middle market means to us. So for the definitions I'm looking at right now is Main Street is companies that are doing $2.5 million in revenue and below. And that's about 88% of the businesses in the US right now, and in Colorado it's actually higher. I think it's closer to 90 to 95%. And then lower middle market is revenues between 2.5 to 50 million, which is about 8% of the US businesses right now. And so then you've got 3.5% of the market that's above that, which we call affectionately mega deals. So starting with some focus on Main Street and lower middle, and even into the middle market, one of the biggest trends that we've been watching for the last few years now is something that's called the baby boomer tsunami. Has anyone heard of this? It's a great term, very affectionate. But what it's referring to is this transfer of wealth that I think everyone in the finance world is watching as the baby boomers move into retirement age. And specifically in M&A, we're watching it because 50% of all small businesses are owned by the baby boomer generation. They're the most entrepreneurial generation that's ever existed. And Generation X and millennials are not even coming close. And in some segments, it's even more dramatic. We did a presentation for the veterans community a few months ago, and 75% of veteran-owned businesses are owned by baby boomers. So we're looking at a massive transition, and people have been talking about this literally for like 5 or 10 years already, and it's coming, it's coming. Well, I think it's finally here. We're starting, this year is the first year we've seen not a mass exodus, but an uptick in baby boomers selling their businesses for retirement purposes. In our office, we've done about double the deals in that market segment that we did last year. So it's definitely a starting point, but it's a lot of interesting dynamics that are going on within that generation. We'll talk a little bit about that.